I'm Jen. These are my journals, and I'm going to share with you for 20 minutes. And starting right now. I can't go live yet because today, which is the Friday after Veterans Day, I just got the channel, so I can't go live yet. But this is number one. I've been keeping these journals since the turn of the cosmic calendar, just a little bit after 12/21/2012. And I just write in them. I had been listening to a writing by a guy named Lion Kimbo, who basically challenged people to write down every thought. And, you know, when you're in a room alone, you can talk to the people that you're just listening to. I said, dude, I don't even hear what I think. And so it got me thinking that why not? I can listen to what I think and I can write it down. And I around that time I started writing like in notebooks and things. But within a few months, that was approaching that turning to a new calendar thing that I believe happened. I just gotten started going. And I started hearing what ran through my mind. And by May, I had a favorite paper and a favorite size. And I just started making these books. So this is an example. This is a current one. The fabric is from, I forget the name of the island, but it's an island as a part of Africa. And its name is like Mozambique, but it's not Mozambique. And my friend said that it was the place with the best prices in all of Africa for crafts items or handicrafts. And this was a cloth that she had, and she sold me. And this is book number one, made from her cloth. And in my books, I put a calendar. I put the volume and the year, and maybe something, a little intro. And a lot of times almost all the time now, I'll put a library envelope and another envelope someplace inside. And then I just write and color and draw and drop things in all the time. This is book two, same design. I'm really not numbering them that way, but it's the second book from this cloth, and I should be able to get 7 books out of it. This book is my current book because it's got my Lamy fountain pen hooked onto it, and it's volume 18 for 2004. When I make a new journal, I write the dates of when I got started, and this one's really significant. I wrote here, on the eve of the 2024 U.S. presidential election, and in parentheses, actually early morning, and then the quote from England, remember, remember the 5th of November. And I didn't know much about Guy Fawkes Day, so I looked it up because I remembered the phrase, and it was like, well, what does that have to do with anything? And the story was, as I understand it, and clearly I'm really new to the story, there was some kind of a rebellion, and a group decided that they would blow up the House of Lords and kill the king, King Henry the something. And the story got out. The overthrowing of the government got short-circuited. Guy Fawkes had been guarding the ammunition, and so he got arrested. And now on the 5th of November at night, people go into the streets, sort of like the 4th of July in the US, maybe. There's fireworks, people with torches. I don't know. I've never been there. I would love to hear from somebody who could tell me about that. I just mentioned it at the cannabis store on the 4th of November, I think. And there was a man there, and he goes, "Oh yeah, we did that all the time when I was a kid. I lived in Surrey or wherever he lived." It was like, I was so taken aback, because it was like, wait, this isn't just some historical story. This is a guy's childhood where we went out and played with sparklers, and he went out and did whatever his equivalent was of playing with sparklers. And that was, I wrote that in my book here, above the line. And I doodled, so I just kind of doodled as I went along. And so let me start over again. Volume 18 of 2024, on the eve of the 2024 U.S. presidential election. Actually, early morning, remember the 5th of November. And oh my gosh, it all went sideways. We had expectations of the first woman president of the United States, yet the results were for the man who would be king, who promised to be a dictator on day one and said, "You'll never have to vote again." Copied this page from another page, from listening to something I've heard a number of times. And it says, everything you need to know is this. Whatever options are available to you at any given moment, choose the one that contains more excitement than any other, even if it's just a little bit more. Act on it to the best of your ability, taking it as far as you can until you can take it no further. Do this with integrity. Do this with absolutely no assumption, no insistence on what the outcome ought to be, or how it should look, or how you should get there whatsoever. Everything you need to know is within you. You are connected to all that is, and if you follow your excitement, it will lead you where you need to go. And that's what I'm doing. I am following my excitement, and I'm wanting to take people with me. And I found in exploring ChatGPT that I can be known, and that, thank you, Lang Kimbo, that I can listen to my thoughts and record them. Not the way dude did, because his whole thing was a number of years ago, and he put them in 3-ring binders and divided them out by content and put them in folders on the wall and had an active one. And it's like, yeah, I'm not so good with the follow-up, so I wouldn't be doing that. So instead, I learned to bind the books, and one page follows the next. There are different words for it. There's an Italian word, and I'll look up someday. But another one is commonplace books, where all the things are common in one place. So here's from the previous volume. Volume 17 for 2024 started on the 20th of October. So it lasted, what that was, 3.5 weeks. No, 2.5 weeks. It says, so here on my little insert, strong women, may we know them, may we raise them, may we be them. And I've annotated it, and I've started annotating things with the code of the page. So this is 2023, volume 8, and it's just in the front section. It's on the, it's maybe that's a P that says pocket. This is actually the first page of the previous book, which is the first time I recorded that thing that Bashar had said. It says, via Bashar, a popular channeled entity. One of the things I like to do is write what ifs. So at the top of the page, I'll write what if, and then I'll do a bullet list or whatever. And I'll just say the thing, finish the sentence. So this one says, what if we take an extended outing to Spain with time in Tuscany? What if print and on demand and digital download lines of business self-feed and funds arrive at the credit union account? So that means get some print on demand stuff set up, have automatic downloads, have the fees that come in go onto my account at BECU, and go the heck to Portugal. I can work from anywhere. I can be anywhere. And I'm looking forward to that. Seems like we should be at 20 minutes by now. My phone alive? Oh, that's been less than 12 minutes. Amazing amount that you can say in 12 minutes. What if we had invitational bookmaking events? It occurs to me, I wrote on the envelope, I put envelope in my book. This one's made out of really crappy paper. It occurs to me that I keep telling people in the service industry about making books, and I want them to come to a pop-up on their best timing. And so how could I do that? And I thought, and it passed through and went on my book, but nothing came of it yet. It says journal making invitational. Make some business card things. I've got that business card cutter, and it says bring your Lammy. And this is my Lammy. I have the makings for the books. I've got a table that'll seat 8, I think. And we could actually do that. And I say service industry. What do you call the people that you run into out in the world? The guys at Trader Joe's, or the people at the cannabis shop, or the people who sold you the paper, or the grocery store people. Just normal, everyday. Oh, the moms of the students at your kid's school. Just all those people. And the guy at the bank, man, this guy at the bank was so helpful. And I think he said he used to keep journals. Somehow we got talking about it. The people at my healthcare place, at least 1 or 2 of them would make journals. And come to think of it, if I wanted a public place, I bet I could use their conference room there. I don't know if I'm going to keep working with them because of insurance changes, but that's neither here nor there. So we've got a few more minutes. I'm always a seeker, and this is something I designed when we first came to Seattle. I say came to Seattle, I'm talking from San Diego, but when we first moved to Seattle. And it was just all these different thoughts, and it's like, oh, I wonder if a person could make book covers someday. And maybe this is something that Gretchen of years past, which was my name before I took the wretch out, sent this forward to Jen of 2024. And it was the cover of a book that I got when I was at Evergreen, and then I kind of changed it. It just asked all these questions. I've used it for study guides and stuff. What does it mean? Create a question on that. How can it be described? What are the components of it? How should it be made or done? How is it made or done? What are its essential functions? What is its essential function? What are its causes? What are its consequences? What are the types of this? How does this compare with that? What is the present status of this? How should this be interpreted? What are the facts about this? How did it happen? What kind of person is this? What's my personal reaction to it? What's my memory of this? What's the value of this? How can this be summarized? And what case can be made for or against this? The kinds of things that maybe if you wanted to journal out of your thoughts, they could be little ideas. Or if you wanted to teach a class, maybe you could glean from students how in depth, how they would look at something in depth. And then I had learned how to make shadow letters in Painter. Who, what, when, where, why, and how, which is the order I always put them in. And then I wrote, some assignments need to expand before they contract. We cannot know what they will be until we know something about all they can be. Oh, darn. Oh, that was hard to read. So here's the thing that I'm trying to read. And I know what it is. It's the beginning of the Declaration of Independence. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them to another. And I can't read that. It's too old and faded, but I need to look it up because that was at the point in my life when I was declaring independence from some real legalistic stuff. At times, this means we must collect more background research than we would ever hope to include in one article, or two or three. And that one, I had the type go backwards. Oh, if I'd held it up to the mirror, I could have read it because it's mirrored for me. In short, it's necessary to go beyond, sometimes way beyond what is necessary in order to discern what will work best. And now we have AI to play with and ways to discover things. And I have spent the past many months just going out there and playing. And ChatGPT 4.0, the letter, I asked it to make me some creeds. Let me see if I can find one. This is another thing. I printed out a grandmother's creed. My question. A grandmother's creed for investing in the children of the awakening, crystal children, or however they're referenced, the kids of this time of transformation. ChatGPT answered, a grandmother's creed for investing in the children of the awakening, such as children, crystal children, or those recognized for their unique sensitivities and spiritual potential during this transformational era, would embody wisdom, nurturing, and support. It would reflect a commitment to guiding and protecting these young souls, recognizing their special role in the evolution of consciousness and humanity. Here's a creed that encapsulates such a dedication. A grandmother's creed for the children of the awakening. I believe in the extraordinary potential of the children of this time, recognizing them as bearers of light, wisdom, and transformation for our world. I commit to nurturing their growth with love, patience, and understanding, providing a foundation of security and acceptance on which they can flourish. I pledge to support their spiritual, emotional, and intellectual development, honoring their unique gifts and ensuring they have the space to explore and express their true selves. I vow to listen with an open heart and mind, learning from their perspectives and experiences and acknowledging the depths of their insight and intuition. I promise to advocate for their needs in all environments, ensuring they're respected, valued, and heard, whether in educational settings within the family or in the broader community. I dedicate myself to be a source of unconditional love and stability. That's 20 minutes. I'm going to finish reading this. I dedicate myself to being a source of unconditional love and stability, a safe harbor amidst the changing tides of the world where they can always find solace and strength. I will teach them the importance of compassion, kindness, and empathy, not only as virtues, but as the very essence of a connected, harmonious humanity. I commit to modeling resilience, integrity, and the pursuit of truth, showing them through my actions the significance of living in alignment with one's principles and heart. I embrace my role in preparing them for the challenges and opportunities of their journey, equipping them with the wisdom of the past while encouraging their dreams for the future. I acknowledge my responsibility to care for the earth and all its inhabitants, instilling in them a sense of stewardship and reverence for nature and the interconnected web of life. I celebrate their presence in our lives as a precious gift and a call to awaken to our highest selves, inspiring change and fostering hope for generations to come. I affirm my commitment to the spiritual awakening unfolding in our time, understanding that these children are at the forefront, guiding us toward a brighter, more conscious world. In honoring this creed, I dedicate my heart, my actions, and my wisdom to the nurturance and support of the children of the awakening, embracing the privilege of contributing to their journey and the collective evolution of our planet. I have a picture that she's going from Earth to Gaia, and I don't even know what that means.
And you're past 20 minutes.
I'm past my 20 minutes, and so I'll close by saying, these are my journals. I did it. I showed up. I was here for 20 minutes and a little bit more. 22 minutes and 37 seconds. And I'll be back. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep showing up.